So here's an argument I thought of that I would use now that I thought about it when going to court. Most of you, when somebody lies or commits perjury, you say, oh, that they're being disingenuous, or that's not really factual. Instead of saying they're viciously lying, committing the crime of perjury in this court of law. Now, one of the problems with family court is that all the stuff that you say outside of court in the court hallway and what your attorneys say and what you say on Facebook is the arguments you should be making in court. But most of you are such punk sissy cowards, you're worried that lightning is going to strike you in court if you stand up for anything or if you firmly, aggressively take a stance. You talk about all the reality of stuff when you step outside the courtroom. Everybody walks in and is fake and tries to be as gentle and sweet as possible because you're worried about pissing off a judge. A judge is somebody who used to be an attorney, who's supposed to have thick skin, who understands the law, who understands the nature of a court case is oral argument. You have adversaries. You have a prevailing party. You can confront a witness. There's all these aggressive, attacking, competitive terms for court. But all your fruity little effeminate simp attorneys or radical feminist attorneys say, oh, don't say anything. We're not going to say anything too harsh. We're not going to attack them for lying. We're not going to call an attorney out for lying and helping a client lie, even though I'm supposed to snitch on them according to the rules of professional conduct, even though they took an oath, even though RPC 3.3, 3.4, and 4.4 talk about being honest and genuine. Even though the Code of Judicial Conduct says that the public's confidence in the judicial system must be maintained or society falls apart, even though there's Civil Rule 11, even though they're committing a fraud upon the court, which is a crime, and then there's the crime of perjury. All these things, and your attorney says, let's just stand down. See, everybody's been brainwashed into be a passive little simp, into staying in their lane, into backing down, and acting like a second-class citizen. Women were told to shut up and be quiet in the early 1900s because they're second-class citizens. Black people were told, okay, you can have your own sidewalk and your own restaurants or whatever, but stay on that side away from us. That's not full freedom. That's not equality. So when you go to court, this is what I would say. How come you allow the crime of you can't allow the crime of perjury in your courtroom, Your Honor? This is a court of law. And they're committing a crime. You should sanction them and deter them from it. The purpose of coercive contempt and sanctions is to coerce compliance. Don't you want to know the truth? Don't you want to be factual? Just because millions of people lie every day in court doesn't mean we should turn a blind eye and get used to it. We got used to slavery in this country. We got used to misogyny. We shouldn't get used to laws being broken. Would you allow a murder, an assault, or a bribe to go on in open court? You wouldn't even allow contempt. You wouldn't allow somebody to stand up and make noise when you told them to be quiet. Why would you allow the crime of perjury in this court of law? We should be safe from crimes in here.